But I'm saying, does it look stupid with this sweater?
It doesn't look stupid.
Okay, then I'll just leave it.
Then just rock it.
So have a cigar. What?
Huh?
What's going on, everybody?
You want to just go into it and we'll do the intro?
No. What's going on, everybody? Today's episode, we just had our first cigar event a few weeks ago, and we want to discuss a little bit about how it helps with brand awareness and cigar awareness. So stay tuned because it's the burn down.
It's the burn down. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Burn Down. My name is Justin, a.k.a. The Dapper Cigar. This gentleman is Eric, a.k.a. Brother Cigar, a.k.a. Slick Rick, a.k.a.
Your mother's favorite DJ.
A.k.a. your sister's favorite
DJ.
Italian. If you're new to this channel, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified every time we drop a new episode. Check out the website, burndownpodcast.com. Become a member, $5 a month. You get discounts and giveaways. Be sure to give us the highest rating, whatever you're listening to on. So today's episode, we did an event, cigar event, first one for the Blueprint, which actually we're not smoking today, but we did the first event and it was a huge success. We want to talk about, what happened, a couple of things, and maybe, delve into why events are good, not only just for the cigar industry, but for any brand awareness to get your brand out there.
Yeah.
Which is probably self-explanatory, but we're going to dive into it and talk about it. So
let's do it. So real quick,
I'm going to light up my cigar while you do that.
I'm going to let everyone know what I'm smoking. So shout out to Connecticut Shade Cigar Shop, who's actually a purchaser or a client or a customer of the Blueprint. They hold their Blueprint cigar in their shop. So this is one of their custom rolled cigars that they do inside their shop. So
Connecticut Shade?
It's the lounge or the cigar shop is called Connecticut Shade. And their whole premise is about selling boutique cigars. And they're in the Westchester Mall. And
you from Westchester?
Oh, you from Westchester? So shout out to them for sending me. Actually, my mother-in-law got this for me. She actually met one of the owners in the mall. And they started chit-chatting. And she's like, my son-in-law has his own cigar. He has a podcast. And he's like, oh, what is it? And he's like, the Burn Down. He's like, oh, yeah, I got the blueprints right here.
No way.
Yeah. So the story was, so next to the Connecticut Shade in the mall, there's a golf simulator right next door. So their whole idea was,
say less.
Yeah.
I'm there.
Golf guys, cigar guys, they intertwine.
People follow me on Instagram. They'll know that I'm at the cigar simulator quite often.
Thank you for that.
Shh, don't tell my 9 to 5. Shh, quiet. Secretly becoming a pro.
Anyways, so she was returning something in the mall or something like that, and she saw a friend in the mall, and they're like, oh, what are you doing, this and that? They're like, oh, we're going to go to the cigar simulator. It's like, why don't you come by and hang out with us? Have a drink.
The cigar simulator?
Oh, that's what I said?
Yeah, I was going to say that. Maybe that's a new business idea.
The golf simulator.
Get all the same experiences of smoking a cigar without actually smoking a cigar.
How would that even work?
Listen to the Burn Down.
Yeah, I guess.
Exactly.
A little ASMR.
You can listen to the Burn Down, and if you don't smoke a cigar while you listen to the Burn Down, you get the same exact experience you get from smoking a cigar in a lounge, but you're not actually smoking a cigar.
Oh, beautiful, actually.
You like that?
So,
all right, continue with your story.
My mother-in-law met their friends that were going to the golf simulator, and they said, come on by. We're going to be hanging out. Come have a drink with us. So she's like, okay. So they're hanging out, and then they invited some friends, and the friends just happened to know the guys from Connecticut Shade. So then my mother-in-law start talking, and they're like, oh yeah, I own a cigar shop next door. And then she's like, oh, my son-in-law has his own cigar. He has his own podcast. And they're like, oh, what is it? Oh, the Blueprint and the Burn Down. And they're like, Eric or Justin? She's like, yeah, Eric. He's like, yeah, we have the Blueprint right next door. So they roll their own cigars there. So this is one that she picked up from them.
I like the band. The band's kind of like sweater-esque.
It's like a cloth. Yeah. So I'm not sure what exactly is in this cigar, but it's definitely like a Churchill, or it is a Churchill. But I don't know the blend or anything about it. It's kind of mysterious. But
wow. And you got a little punch cut.
Use a punch cut. Try something different today.
I like it.
So far, so good.
And I actually, speaking of Connecticut Shade, I'm smoking a Connecticut Shade wrapper.
Fantastic.
I believe this is Connecticut Shade wrapper. This is the Champagne 10th anniversary. And I got something different today, too. I actually just did a little quick how-to YouTube short.
Oh.
A how-to YouTube?
Oh.
How-to YouTube.
How-to YouTube shoot.
How-to YouTube. How-to YouTube.
How to YouTube.
How-to YouTube. Of the crown cut or the X cut. Essentially, it's a double V cut. So this is like the first time. I don't know if it's the first time I've ever done it, but I don't really do weird cuts.
I keep it simple.
I'm straight as an arrow, straight cut.
We kiss it. Keep it short and simple.
Well, here's the little backstory about why I don't really dive into, and it's a quick story, but why I don't really go into these weird
before
cuts.
You dive into it, because
no, it's super quick. The only reason that I do straight cut is because you can straight cut any cigar.
Yeah.
Right? You can't V cut or punch cut. Like if you have a Lancero, you might be able to V cut, but you're certainly not punch cutting a Lancero. The whole fucking cigar is the size of the punch.
Yeah. So
a straight cut is, you could do with anything. That's why I don't really do it. But today, we're doing a crown cut.
It's cut fluid.
Cut fluid. Cut fluidity.
Yeah, cut fluidity.
How do you do?
How do you do cut fluidity?
And then we're actually
I'm thirsty, bruh.
Yeah, so this is a brand new bottle.
Damn, who got you that?
I did.
Perfect.
And we're gonna open this up. It's
Brothers Bonds.
Let me take the little.
You know what? I want to start us saying more. We're gonna smoke up and stogie.
I know you saw the comment on one of the YouTubes. It was nice. A motherfucking stogie.
I saw someone comment the other day, like on YouTube, like on one of the videos, and they're like, "I'm joining a nice fucking stogie."
They love it,
but they spelled it out like as we say it. I'm like, you know what? That's hilarious.
And you know what? Shout out to Sometimes We Smoke.
Oh, okay. Sometimes We Smoke.
Okay,
yes.
Sometimes We Smoke is a newer cigar channel that gave us a big shout out on one of their episodes. They were smoking the Blueprint, and they gave us a huge shout out that said that we were inspirations for them on why they started their channel. So shout out to you guys.
Pretty wild stuff.
It is very cool because we were in the same boat 3.5 years ago, doing exactly,
I felt a lot like I was like, damn, watching these guys remind me of us, like talking about whoever we were talking about, how we got inspiration, and now we are that inspiration for some people, which is fucking.
So it was humbling. Yeah, it was humbling. It was very cool to see. So shout out to you guys. I will say, kudos to you guys because, I mean, they already got a leg up on where they started. Because if you look at their first video and you look at our first video, I mean, our first video was. At least they got a microphone.
They got the boom mic.
They got nice, nice chairs. They got the nice backdrop. We had fucking nothing. Okay, we had birds in our freaking videos.
Stupid
but
ass.
Anyway, so shout out to you guys.
I wonder where they are because as they said they were like freezing cold in their shed.
So, let me turn this around here.
So let's get a quick little cheers, chin chin, salute.
Yep, cheers, chin chin.
Let's start the episode.
Nice. There you go. You can't hear it.
It's on a heart. These other things are really cool, but it takes away the cling cling effect.
It does take away the cling cling. So we had an event. Okay, it's a Blueprint event. Shout out to Long Island Cigar in Bohemia.
Joe and Ed.
Huge success. Okay, so we went from about 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's the evening. It was a Saturday evening. Had a little bit of a hiccup in the beginning. Okay, they had your boy a little fucking frustrated.
Yeah, let me go into this a little bit.
Okay.
When something doesn't go the way it's supposed to go, I'm the type of person I'm like, all right, Sometimes I'll freak out. Most of the time I'm like, all right, whatever. Let's just move on. Justin is like, nah, this ain't happening. I'm going to figure it the fuck out or someone's going to die tonight.
I was like, I'm figuring this shit out. I'm getting this motherfucker to work. So we had our credit card thing, right? We got a credit card thing from Chase. From Chase. They had the little quick accept, little card reader, right? And the reason why it frustrated me
was figure out why it doesn't work?
No. Oh my God. I'll go into that, but
delve into that.
No. So the reason why usually it won't. If we didn't test it prior, and then it didn't work, I would have been like, motherfucker, we should have tested it. Yeah. All right. But the fact that we tested it the day before and it worked 100%, it took 10 seconds to set up. I even ran a test dollar transaction on my own card.
Yeah.
And it worked flawlessly.
And we did it on my phone too.
I was like, oh, this is perfect, right? It took 10 seconds. the fact that when we got it there, it didn't fucking work frustrated the hell out of me. I was like, this is fucking bullshit. Blah, blah, blah. I was on the phone, and then I was on the phone with Chase, and they're like, oh, yeah, hold on. Let me transfer you. Oh, office is closed. I'm like, you mother... So
I thought you were going to blow a gas.
So I was frustrated because it worked so seamlessly the day before, and I'm like, there's no reason for it to not.
Because it's such a nice device because you can tap your card, you can swipe your card, or you can insert your card. So if you don't have cash, we can take your payment.
And that was the thing too. Some of the things we were selling, the full package was like $150, and I was like, maybe somebody doesn't carry $150 in cash. Maybe they. They're coming to an event or whatever, and they spent their cash buying the cigars. Yeah. So we wanted the card, and it just frustrated me because I go, it shouldn't be like this. Shouldn't happen. There was no reason for it to not work. That's what frustrated me.
And it wasn't even that it wasn't working. It said we were just completely disabled.
Right, like we couldn't accept payments.
And what pissed me off in the beginning was that usually when there's a problem, you can Google it. Yes. I Googled it any kind of way.
Nothing came up.
And I was like, fuck this. Whatever. I'm moving on. And then you got Justin in the background on the phone. Which you ever see that meme with it's the black guy on the phone? And he's like on the phone like all concerned, and he's like kind of like cross armed, and he's looking like I'm calling the police type of thing. That's how you look. Like you're in the corner like.
My thought process was like, well, there's two of us. I was like, so one of us can try to figure this out while the other one's mingling. Yeah. So I was like, Eric, just go mingle and do the thing, and I'll see if I can figure this out. But like I said, it frustrated because there was no reason. It's not like we were taking credit card payments for, 2-3 years, and we took a large payment from
very first.
Like my thought process was, okay, if we were accepting for 2-3 years, and all of a sudden we had a transaction from Joey Boombots, who was connected to the freaking Gambino crime family, and
why do you keep using that example? I don't get why you keep using that example.
And then Chase is like, fuck it, we're gonna cancel all your payments. I get that, but we made it was brand new. I'm like, there's no reason for you to cancel the account. So that frustrated. And then I was like, oh, maybe I can do PayPal. Maybe we can. And then PayPal actually worked a little bit because we were able to get the QR code. So I'm like, hey, if you don't have cash, you can just scan our PayPal and send it right into PayPal. And then we started doing Venmo. You can just Venmo me, and I was putting the cash in because I had cash on me.
So we ended up doing Street Cash, Homie, Venmo, or PayPal.
Yeah.
And look, we had Alan from Patriot Cigar Company there. Shout out to Alan for showing support. He was like, listen, that happened to me before. Don't even worry about it. I just use Venmo or PayPal. And I was like, Justin, guess what? He's like, I don't fucking care. I'm going outside and talking to Chase. I'm going to rip him a new one. I'm like, all right, buddy. I'm going to drink some more bourbon and smoke another cigar. I'll see you later.
Yeah, it lasted for like 10 minutes of each. I'm like, I got to get this fucking thing to work. Got to get this to work. Because I'm thinking, if I get this thing to work, I'm the fucking hero. I'm going to get this thing to work. And then it wouldn't.
We're all going to come in and clap.
And then,
Justin!
And then Chase wasn't. Well, because for one instance, your dad was like, as soon as you get it up and running, let me know. I have my card. Yeah. So I was like, all right, I got to get this fucking going. I got this going. And I was determined. And then Chase was like, and then, so the continuation of that is I got on the phone with them yesterday or 2 days ago because Martin Luther King Day was Monday.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, blah, 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 this, that, and the next. And they transfer me here, transfer me there. And he goes, oh, we don't handle that. It's our
of course
partnering company. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So we're going to get that sorted out. But
they always get pushed off to the side. Oh, we don't take care of it. That's so-and-so department.
I know. I had to email, like, I had to appeal it. Apparently they canceled our account for whatever fucking reason.
Well, I want my money back then. We'll go somewhere else.
I was going to be like, yeah, so... Anyway, but so we had a whole bunch of merch there. Okay, so we had cutters, lighters, ashtrays, which is what we got here. Cutters, which we got here. Lighters, which we got here. Travel cases, which Eric's got over there.
Over there, yeah.
Shirts, hats.
I gotta say, not tooting our own horn, but our merch was legit. You know,
and shout out to the wives. Because they set up that merch table.
They were like, boys, move away. Let a woman settle this up.
Yeah.
And we're like,
I haven't told it to, like, with Long Island Cigar with Joe, Ed, and Phil. They were like, oh, how do you want to... I was like, let the women do it.
Yeah.
I was like, fellas, step away from the table. Let the women set it up.
They said it so pretty.
It's like, women just have an eye for this thing. If it was up to guys, I'm just going to throw a couple...
Yeah.
Women, they set it up
It was perfectly folded, perfectly, like... in alignment, everything was coordinated perfectly.
My wife even had this little box. She goes, you got to take this wooden box, you put it up on the side so that you can put t-shirts and they stack. It gives you height, it gives you depth. I'm like, what the? She goes, so she folded them all. So shout out to her. It looked great, and we sold a lot. We sold a lot of stuff.
We did sell a lot.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? We're very detail oriented. Like, we don't want to just put our name on something just to have our name on something. Like, if it doesn't look fucking cool, then we're not going to do it. So, like, all night we're like, people are like, yo, these torches or these lighters aren't like these are fucking cool. Like, you guys hit it out of the park. I'm like, well, yeah, we're not going to just take some like bozo rubber lighter and just throw the burn down on it. Like, no. We want to make sure if you want to sell you cool shit.
No, honestly, and I was telling the story about this. I was like, I got this lighter. We got this lighter from, I think, a Caldwell package.
Yes.
And I'm like, this lighter was probably the best lighter I've ever owned. I've never had a problem with it, knock on wood.
Yep.
I said it has a built-in punch cutter, which I don't really use, but it's there.
In case you forget your lighter.
In case you forget your lighter.
Your cutter.
You have it. And it has, another thing is it's got a window to see how much fuel's in it, which is clutch. And then also has a cigar stand.
Oh, that's the coolest part.
So I kept showing people that, and I was like, oh, yeah, by the way, our lighters have a cigar stand, and our cutters have a cigar stand. And they were all like, oh, wow, that's awesome. But I was telling people about this. I said, yeah, I was fumbling around with it one day. I'm like, man, we got to get these. Who makes them? And I flipped over the lighter, and it says Vizol. I was like, oh, shit.
So Vizol, shout out to Vizol.
But yeah, so we had all that set up and everything, and then once I got a nice little bourbon in me, it was like, all right,
bro, you were, towards the end of the night, you were a little bit feeling good towards the end of the night,
dude. All you need, I'm surprised you didn't come up to me sooner and be like, yo, like have a glass pour and be like, here.
You know what? You're right. You're right,
bro. I understand what you're trying to do. I get it. Here's a sip of bourbon.
That's what I should have done that. You're right.
I came up to you afterwards because I was like, Kelly was trying to help me out, and I was like, all right. So I got a sip of bourbon. I'm like, all right, that's what I mean. And I brought over to Eric, here. And then we finished that whole bottle.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
But it was a good event, man. It was
a successful event. The owners, shout out to, again, Joe and Ed. They're like, you guys got to come back. The guys are already saying we need another event with these guys.
April or May, we're going to try to do it.
We're trying to do it again this spring.
But we're going to try to have we're going to try to have samples of our next cigar by that event. It won't be released yet. It'll probably be released at the end of the year, but we're going to try to have the samples for that event.
We'll see.
And then maybe we can give away so the people that are, this is a good chance, 80% chance we have these. And you can get some unreleased burn down cigars.
Yeah. But it was just really, really exciting and a very humbling experience to be like, we need you back. Like, people are already, like, the guys here saying they need to come back, need to do another event. And I was like, damn. I'm like, all right, cool.
Everybody loved it.
They made a lot of money, which they were happy about. And we're happy to facilitate that.
Yeah.
So, but the whole point of this podcast today was just kind of talk about, why these events are good for a brand and why these events are good for awareness. Because, we had a lot of people came for the event there, but then there was also like the regulars or the people who didn't really know about us, but they were regulars at the cigar lounge. So when we had an event, they're like, oh, who are these guys? What are these cigars?
Oh, yeah.
Because at one point there must have been over 100 people there. And
they have, 75 seats, I think? In that place, I think they have between 70 and 80 seats. I'm just going to call it 75, and pretty much every seat was filled, and there's people standing.
And we were walking around, and we're like, dude, 80% of these people are smoking a Blueprint right now.
Oh yeah, you'll see that. I'm putting together. If it's not up by now, there was a recap video. It might be like a minute long or something. I'll put one together, and you'll see. But it was people were loving it. Went around interviewing people. Hey, what do you think of the cigar? And what do you think of the event?
But what I liked was I remember there was a group of 4 or 5 guys our age. They weren't there for the event; they were there for the football game. But all of them ended up buying Blueprints.
Oh yeah,
and we started talking to them and kind of getting to know them. But I'm like, this is what it's all about: spreading awareness, spreading about the Blueprint and the burn down, but also connecting to people and also connecting to people who are our age. We don't always connect with people who are in their young to mid 30s. So it was cool to engage in that. So,
so I was just thinking about different things at the event. I was just circling through in my brain.
I was waiting for a little volley there, buddy.
No, it was great to see everybody. At one point, I walked around. And I told Eric, I'm like, hey, listen, Just take a step back. It was almost like you're at your own wedding. It's like take a step back and soak it all in. Yeah. I remember pulling you aside, I'm like, yo, everybody here is smoking like they're for the blueprint. At this point in time, right? 90% of the people, some people were there for, I wouldn't say 95, because maybe there's the 5% that weren't there for the event, but wound up smoking blueprints. But we took a step back and I go, all these people are smoking a cigar that we made. Wow. Everybody's seeing there, people buying merchandise, buying raffle tickets.
My favorite part of the night was just giving free shit away.
Oh, we were giving a ton of stuff. We wound up giving away 13 different prizes.
Yeah, so originally we set up 8 giveaways.
Was it 9? I think it was 9.
Yeah, okay.
It was 9. I actually have it right here. I have it on
I think it was 9, including the grand prize, which was a box of
yes,
blueprints.
including the grand prize.
But then after that, we kind of because there were some people that won. There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes.
Yeah. So there were some people that won but weren't there. So kind of like the lackluster of winning. Is that a word? The lackluster? The I don't know. The excitement of winning a prize kind of lost its luster, I should say, because some people weren't there. So I was like, fuck it. Let's give away some more shit for the people that are here. You can only win if you're here.
Well, I think we should do that in the future, is that you got to be there to win the prize.
Yeah.
You can't just you got to stay. You want to win the prize, you got to stay. But then again, it's like some people, maybe they want to come, but they can't stay.
Yeah. Well, that's also like people who want to support.
But so it's kind of,
you know what? It should be like.
The grand prize, you had to be there.
Yeah, grand prize, it should be like if we do 10 giveaways, 6 out of the 10 you have to be here, and the other 4 can win. Anybody can win it.
Yeah, like the first 5 you can win. You don't have to be there, but the last 5 you got to be
something
there.
Like that.
You want the grand prize, you got to stay for the long haul.
Yeah.
But we gave away. I mean, this is the first. We gave away cutters, lighters, ashtrays, travel cases, T-shirt and hat, another ashtray, another full package with cutter, lighter, ashtray, a full package with cutter, lighter, travel case, and then every single one had 2 cigars in it.
And there was the member there. I think his name was Pope. Shout out to Pope.
Yeah,
he was the only one who actually bought. Everyone was buying 4. So the way it was you buy 4 blueprints, you get 1 free and a raffle ticket. But if you buy a whole box of blueprints, you get 5 extra blueprints and 5 raffle tickets.
Yeah.
So he was the only one that bought a box. Plus he won one of the early giveaways. Then he won the grand prize of the whole box. So he walking away with 2 boxes of blueprints.
Well, not only that, so he got so he bought the box, right? He won a second box, not including the 5 cigars he got from getting the box. So now he's got 20 cigars, 40 cigars, 45 cigars. Mm-hmm. Plus he won the one, like you said before, which came with 2 cigars. So he walked away with 47 cigars.
And then he showed me his locker. So
it's ridiculous.
He has one of those vertical lockers. He's like, I'm gonna show you my setup. He took all old cigar boxes and made shelves. He had bottles of liquor in there. He had everything separated. And he's like, well, now my locker's majority blueprints. And I was like, fuck yeah, that's how it should be.
Those guys are
those guys were legit. So shout out to Pope. But he kept winning. There were certain points where, we were like, all right, Pope, sorry, Pope, you can't win again.
We wound up tossing him a cutter because I think he wound up winning the lighter and the 2 cigars.
I think I told his name 4 times.
We tossed him a cutter. I'm like, all right, here's a fucking cutter because I'm like, I understand you keep winning, but Pope, listen, you won the grand prize. You can't keep winning another shit. All right, you won you won 2 prizes plus the cutter plus the freebies. Let somebody else win some shit.
Yeah, so. It was good.
It was a great event.
Good for brand awareness, and it's good just to interact. Because people, they see the blueprint, but they don't actually see the people behind it. So that's another cool way of how we connect with people and kind of builds more awareness. Because when people smoke the blueprint now, they'll be like, "Hey, I met these guys. I met the guys from the Burn Down, Eric and Justin, cool guys." Blah 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 blah. And I think it's so. And it just goes for any cigar brand, AJ Fernandez or Arturo Fuente. When they do these cigar events. There's personalities, there's faces behind these cigars, and the people who run the events for these cigar companies are what connects people to buying more cigars.
Oh yeah, and it's not even matter. Not even the cigar industry, any industry out there, you got to do events. You got to go out there. You're shaking hands, you're meeting people, and they get to see the faces behind the show, the faces behind the product, and it was just an overall great event. And selling the cigars, sold a shit ton of cigars. I think we sold 8 boxes, or no, more than that. It was 10 boxes of cigars they went through. Yeah. And then the freebies, and then the raffles, and the merchandise, and it was a fantastic event. So if anybody's out there that's listening and you know of a lounge, or if you own a lounge and you want us to come do an event, reach out to us, man. We're all about coming down to do events. It's a great event. We can do a podcast there. We didn't happen to do a podcast this event. What we did was,
I don't think necessarily we would do like.
It depends on if we were to do it. It would be before the event.
Yeah, exactly.
We would come, or like the event started at 5. We would probably come at 2 and do an event, a podcast up until about 2:30, then set up for the event. But what we did was we went around and just interviewed people.
You went around.
Well, I took my phone and went around. And I was just like, I'm like, hey, you want to be on camera? They're like, sure. I'm like, hey, what's going on? What do you think of the event? I'm here with, what's your name? Blah, blah, blah. What do you think of the cigar so far? What do you think of the event? You having a good time? Blah, blah, blah. And it was like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And we could put them all together, and then I videoed people. And so we do that. We can do like a live, almost like a live podcast. You're just kind of interviewing some people. I tried to get the microphone to work, but it didn't fucking work.
No.
I had the, so in that, we have a wireless. Remember that wireless one? We were using the wireless ones for a while, and they would just kind of sounded shoddy.
Yeah, okay.
In that wireless case, there was a little lapel mic that had a headphone jack, like you would put your headphones in. So obviously you can't plug it in your iPhone, but we do it like when we go live. You know that little white thing that we plug in and it converts it to a USB, whatever. I tried that, and I did a little tester, and it didn't fucking work. I was like, all right, well, that's fucking shoddy. I learned from the first time with the credit card machine not working and me like almost blowing. I was like, all right,
fuck it.
So I went this and it wouldn't work. I'm like, all right, fuck it. Yeah, that's it. I'm like,
that's all Justin. I mean, I was telling Justin, for me to go up to some people with like a camera and be like, yo, that's all Justin.
I mean, I was also, a couple glasses of bourbon in. But
yeah, but still, that's still in your personality.
Yeah,
whether you're not, I have to have a little more to drink than you. And that's what makes it good because
you didn't even see any of the videos.
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen squat.
Yeah,
I was more or less like just talking to people. I could do it, but like that's not my first reaction, I guess. And
I just went around just to whoever I could. Like, I would just.
No, that's good. That's good.
And it was cool because I figured I'm like just everybody wants like a little 10 seconds of fame, like 10 seconds.
Yeah, just
I got to talk for just 10 seconds, blah blah blah, and I'll just
Yeah, I don't want to see. I want to see the end result.
Well, I'll show you like your dad. Like I did your dad and your brother. I was like, we're here with this is EJ's family. We got EJ's brother and we got Big E over here. What do you guys think? What do you guys thinking of the cigar event and everything? And no, it was a really really good event.
My wife's hair,
I know,
reeked for.
Yeah,
it reeked probably for let's see.
Well, reeked are a strong word because it smells good to us. It smells good. Nah.
Her hair stunk. Her hair stunk.
Nah.
As much as I want to say it smelled good,
chill, fam, chill.
Because she was like, it was like day 4 after, and she was like, and she took a shower, washed her hair, and she goes, Eric, my hair still stinks. And I'm the type of guy that kind of brush it off and be like, no, it doesn't. Like she'd be like, Eric, like this morning, right? Like she wore a black jacket, black jeans, and like a blue shirt, and the black was like faded a little bit on the jeans. She's like, Eric, do I look dumb for the two? I'm like, no, it's black and black. Like you're thinking too much. With her hair, she's like, Eric, my hair. And I'm like, no, it doesn't. And I'm like, yeah, it does.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Stank.
That thing stank.
That thing stank.
And it lasted for a couple days after. So
it goes away.
Well, yeah, eventually.
You just go get your shift clean, like.
But like, imagine having long hair and just having to just smell it all day. It probably gets annoying.
You know what you probably could do? What I've done is I get you get a little spray bottle. You put some fabric softener in there with some water, like a little bit of fabric softener. You fill it up with water and you shake it up, and you can like spray it on your clothes. And like I'll spray it and then let it hang out just so that it doesn't really stink.
Yeah.
But I wonder if there's. So I've heard of vinegar taking out like the smoke smell of things. Like I've heard if you put a jar of vinegar in a smoke room, it'll like. That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder if, because I don't believe that vinegar is a bad, will damage clothing. I don't imagine it will. So I wonder if you can spray vinegar on your clothes, and it'll obviously smell like vinegar, but then it takes away the smoke smell, and then when you wash it, it's
sounds like a cigar video we should make.
I wonder if that works.
We should.
Do you think it? Let me look it up. You think?
No,
I'm just gonna Google it. Up, I'm gonna Gurgle it.
I think that's an idea. I think what we should do is we'll each wear like a piece of clothing that we don't really care about. It would get ruined. We'll smoke a cigar in here, and then we'll try and do it.
Here we go. A gallon bottle of white vinegar only costs a few bucks and helps neutralize cigarette smell. Vinegar can also be used to remove sticky smoke residue, which can be left behind by smokers. To use, fill a spray bottle with vinegar and spray away on every surface. Then wipe everything down with lint-free towels.
Sounds like the answer. Is that a hack? Is that a cigar hack right there? The other cigar hack, which I've told you about before, and I've seen it work firsthand, is if you smoke in your car and you want to get rid of the smell, you get an apple, depending how big your car is. But like if you have like a 4-door cabin like in your pickup, which isn't too big, you can get one apple and cut it open, leave it in there for, I don't know, an hour or so. Yeah. And it absorbs all the smoke and like your apple turns like black. Yeah. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, I've heard that too. So this one says how to get the smoke smell out of clothes. It says try spraying either commercial laundry freshener, like fabric softener, or distilled white vinegar on your garment. This will help mask the smoke smell until you have time for a deeper clean. So like when you get home and you don't want to you can spray your clothes down with that stuff and let them air dry, and then you can clean them. Obviously, the best way to do it is to fucking clean.
It's getting so bad now where I'm bringing in an extra. I mean, this is the first time this week that I brought an extra pair of clothes to change into when I go in, because when I come in, it just reeks my whole place. Yeah. That's the downgrade of not having my patio anymore. I can't put it outside.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad sometimes because it does if we have a serious smoke out where we're just
I put my coat in once in the closet, and the next day Marissa went to work and was like, my coat reeks of cigar smell. I'm like, my bad.
I know. That's why now if I go and I spray it with fabrics, like if I have jackets that I can hang, I'll hang them up outside.
I even got to the point where I would hang my blazer outside the door.
No, that's what I do. But I spray it with
just for Febreze or whatever.
Yeah, I spray it with the fabric softener. Like what I'll do with my jeans and stuff. Like if I put my jeans in my laundry bin, I spray them all down and then throw them in the laundry bin and then put like a towel on top. So
because sometimes I would just if I had jeans or a shirt that I would put in the hamper, I would just take all the dirty clothes and then put them
on top and try to seal it all in there.
And she's like, still smells in here. I'm like, shit.
Seal it in there, baby. Seal it in.
I'm sorry. But yeah. All right. So white vinegar or Febreze.
I don't think it's gonna. It's just like it said. It's gonna mask it. It'll help reduce the odor until you can get it really cleaned.
Sounds like a business opportunity.
And then obviously if you can clean your clothes in a washer, you put fabric softener. Or you put some.
Well, what else would you?
No, but I'm saying that you put detergent in, but then you put the fabric softener, makes it smell really good.
Yeah, I get that little nice smell.
But yeah, so we're looking to do plenty more events. We have.
Yeah, I love interacting with people, man. I just love people. I just love, and it's a different type of feeling when it's your shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I mean, we have, I was thinking in my head all this. We have all this merchandise, and I'm like, okay, well, what's the next? What else can we have? Obviously, we have cutters, lighters, ashtrays, travel cases. Those cigar accessories, all right? Probably not going to come out with a cigar punch or anything like that. But we might come out with a V cutter. We actually might see if we can get this V cutter, because this V cutter is actually dope.
I think a cigar leftover just flew on your bourbon.
What? Oh, it's okay. It's a tobacco leaf that can come out.
Extra protein.
We're probably gonna get V cutters, but I was also thinking.
I didn't realize your name is Eric.
Oh fuck! Here.
That's hilarious.
We might get bourbon glasses, like glasses with engravings on them. Maybe coasters, but I was also thinking of apparel too. Different colored shirts, right? We're gonna get long sleeve shirts. Maybe get some polos. Maybe get some jackets, like some hoodies, like all these different zip ups, all these different apparel, because. The more things that we have, the more something might entice somebody.
And the more I'm at a point where I don't want to rock any brands. I just want to rock my brands.
We were even thinking about
even if you just get a polo that says BDP or a hat.
Just the Burn Down podcast. Have them, the golf polos.
No, I'm just saying, but even to switch it up a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Just have a polo or a fleece and just say BDP on it, or a hat. Says BDP. That's gangster.
So, we even one of the things you're talking about too is because when we have these events, right? We obviously we dress to impress. Okay, at the event, we have Burn Down Podcast T-shirts, but we felt that it was better to what I told Eric is you go to Cigar Fest, right? And you go to the Rocky Patel booth, or you go to any name of a booth you go to, right? You don't see Rocky Patel wearing a Rocky Patel t-shirt, okay? They have Rocky Patel t-shirts and they have Rocky Patel hats, right? But he's wearing his like Cuban shirt with a Cuban, like he's dressed to impress, smoking the Rocky Patel. So I'm like, Eric, when we go to these events, we like to dress to impress. However, we were talking, what's something like, how can we represent the brand? Obviously, we are like ourselves are the brand, right? When you turn on the Burn Down podcast, you see us dressed to the nines, right? Right now, I'm very casual, but still. So we said, what else can we do? So we're like, hey, well, what about, we're thinking about getting pocket squares. Like a pocket square that just has like the logo blueprint or has like the Burn Down podcast. Very subtly, a nice little touch, right? Or getting a little lapel pin, a little circle.
Oh, we need that.
That has BDP on it.
That's a good idea.
And it's a small little touch.
I want a lapel pin that says BDP.
Right?
Yes.
Just a tiny little touch on there. And or we get jackets and the lining of the jacket is just like our backdrop where it has, which maybe shout out to Bespoke Below, our friend Dom that did my tux.
Dominic Calistro.
You know what I'm saying? Like these little subtle things that most people don't really like. Do you know how many people at my wedding when they saw the cigar liner, they were like, "Yo, that's fucking bad. I've never seen that before."
Badass.
And everybody complimented the little things like that. You have a jacket that has your logo lined in it, and you do an event, and somebody comes up and you see that.
Whapa!
That's fire.
Yeah, it's
that's
shit.
fire. And
That's
then people can be like, "Yo, I want one of those." Like, that. So we got plans for a lot of things. It was a great event.
Great way to build awareness, connect with the people.
Yeah, bro.
That's it, man.
And then somebody came to us at the event and said, "When are you guys doing a bourbon?"
Oh.
I said, "Whoa, hold on a second." I go, "We have some plans for the next few cigars, but who knows?" Maybe
once we're an established cigar company.
You know what I said too?
Yeah.
I said, "Well, you got the BDP. What about the BDB, the Burn Down Bourbon?" It's like, who knows, man?
Dude, that's got some market value to it.
Burn Down Bourbon, man.
The BDB.
The Burn Down Bourbon that doesn't burn when it goes down.
You compare the BDC with the BDB
now.
BDP.
Hey, now it's like an oxymoron. It's a Burn Down Bourbon that doesn't burn when it goes down. Hey, now.
Lights are going off on my...
Are you kidding me?
Wow. We're on the BDP, drinking the BDB, smoking a cigar from the BDP.
You know what I'm saying?
BDC. Duh.
The Burn Down Bourbon that doesn't burn when it goes down.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah, we got to figure out a slogan for that.
I don't know. I'm just spitballing. Right?
Just shooting the breeze over here. But that's good. Yeah, it was...
That's good. One last thing.
And so thank you for everyone who came out to the event and supported. A lot of friends, a lot of family, a lot of Burn Down podcast
Yeah,
supporters.
we had a ton of people. I couldn't believe how many people. I had my brother-in-law's dad drove over from Pennsylvania to come to the event.
Sick. If we had the longest travel award, he would go to him.
Yeah.
That was dope. So
we should do that at some of the events. Find out.
Like how we have my family ugly sweater party?
Yeah.
We should start getting like...
just get a little trophy print out with like a little cigar on it.
Yeah, like we could think of like different... we can do like... not raffles, but like...
like awards.
Prizes. Yeah, like awards. Like, the biggest cigar smoker. For just say...
And we get an award for the biggest spender. Who spent the most that night?
There you go. Biggest spender award. And everyone... And then, I guess the cigar...
And it'll be like a $sign trophy.
Yeah.
And it says like Burn Down Podcast event, whatever.
Yeah.
And here you get a little trophy and you get a prize with it. And then
think of some
furthest traveled. You get a plane and you get a prize with it.
And we gotta think of like some cigar stereotypes that we can go, like, people can submit votes for. Like the sleepiest cigar smoker or some shit. I don't know.
That'd be cool because the biggest spender award, like you get a special, and you don't tell them what it is. It's like a special prize. Like it can be a duffel bag filled with some merch or whatever. But you'd be like, hey, we have a prize for the biggest spender. And then it's almost like a battle. And it's great for the lounge because now the lounge keeps getting like, the more you buy, the more like.
And it doesn't have to be about like our cigars and merch. Like it will be incorporated. But like even if they go in the humidor and spend another $100 on Padrones,
whatever you've spent at that
night.
That night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying. All right. I think we're gonna cut it loose.
I think we're gonna cut it there. So if you like this episode, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. You know the drill. Check out the website, burndownpodcast.com. Become a member, $5 a month. You get discounts. You get entered into monthly giveaways. If you're listening to this, whatever platform you're on, just give us the highest rating, subscribe and follow and share. We love doing this. We hope you guys enjoy listening to all of our rants and that was a close one. I don't even know if we've gotten rookie moves anymore. Like, no, what do we say on the mic? It's on the mic counts, right?
The rookie move luster has gone down tremendously, and it still says 1-1 on here.
But we said that if you hit the mic with your cigar, it's a rookie move.
Yeah, but like, is it though? Like, that's just like it's so much. It's
still
fun.
If you drop it on yourself, that's gonna happen.
If I lean back real quick and drop it, that's 100%. But since we're not leaning back, we're more face forward and we're leaning over a table. The rookie moves go down because it's not as funny. Like, I drop an ash on the table, it's like, all right, whatever. But if you drop it all over your suit,
it can happen though. Or if you drop it, drop
it in your drink.
Okay, so did mine count? It wasn't ash; it was a leaf.
No, that doesn't count.
Okay, actually, could have been in my mouth, and I took a sip and went in there.
Yeah,
so
it's got to be laugh worthy. I should say. You know what I mean? It's got to be funny. Like, dropping an ash on the table isn't funny, but if I drop a whole ash on my bourbon, that's funny.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's gonna do it for us here at the Burn Down. Like I said, we hope you guys liked it. We certainly enjoy doing this, and Eric is gonna send us off with our. Not really our tagline, but it's our send-off line.
Our signature goodbye.
Our signature goodbye.
Guys and gals, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see y'all next week.
See y'all next week.
Cheers, chin chin, salud.